This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Azerbaijani troops will withdraw from the internationally recognized Armenian territories once the border delimitation is finalized. Armen Abazyan, the director of Armenia's National Security Service, said yesterday, also revealing that representatives of Yerevan and Baku are expected to hold a meeting in the near future to discuss the issue of prisoners and missing persons, according to state news agency Armen Press. It is very probable that such a meeting will be organized in the near future. I cannot be more specific, but again, it is very possible, he said. Earlier this month, Armenia and Russia agreed that starting January 1st, Armenia's National Security Service border guards will take over from Russian forces at the Ararat checkpoint on the Armenia-Iran border, while Russian and Armenian border guards will continue to serve jointly along Armenia's borders with Turkey and Iran. Abazyan acknowledged that Armenian forces could fully take over these responsibilities at some point in the future. This will be possible in the future, but so far there's no such decision, Abazyan said. The border demarcation between Yerevan and Baku started in April, resulting in Armenia handing over 4 abandoned Azerbaijani villages that it controlled since the early 1990s, while Baku withdrew its troops stationed near Berkaber, a village on the Armenian side of the border. The presidents of Armenia and Azerbaijan signed border delimitation protocols last week, finalizing the legal framework for solving decades-long border disputes. Asryan, the chief of Armenia's general staff, said yesterday that Armenia will not use force to regain control over the Azerbaijani-occupied areas along the internationally recognized border between the two countries, but will instead expect Azerbaijani troops to withdraw from those areas following the border delimitation negotiations. Armenia is expecting to restore its territorial integrity through negotiations, and I'm certain we will succeed, he said, adding that as of now there is no immediate danger of hostilities between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Following the 2020 war in and around Nagorno-Karabakh, Azerbaijan gained control of territories adjacent to the internationally recognized Armenia-Azerbaijan border. The situation escalated into a persistent border crisis beginning in May 2021 as Azerbaijani troops moved into Armenian territory at multiple points and launched additional offensives, most notably in September 2022, resulting in the occupation of roughly 200 square kilometers of Armenian land. You can also read our story on Armenia's fish farming boom and its impact on water resources in the Ararat Valley. While fish production has surged, supporting experts, it has also created severe water scarcity in Armenia's agricultural heartland, raising concerns about the sustainability of current practices. You can read the full article on our website at CivilNet.am or by following the link in the video description below. There is also an extended video story on this in Armenian, available at our YouTube channel. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 6. This is because Armenia will be spending exactly 6% of its GDP on defense starting next year, according to a statement the country's finance minister, Yerevan, made in parliament yesterday. It is expected that the 2025 budget will see a 20% increase in military expenditures, up to roughly $1.73 billion. Most of this amount is expected to be spent on military equipment, such as weapons and vehicles, communication devices, and food for the service members. Other expenditures include training fees, investments in military hospitals, and allocations for military attachés based in other countries. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.